I always seem to move, he says.
Yes, I always say. That got recorded.
I know.
Hey everyone, thanks for coming back for another segment of Michigan Conservative Roundtable. Mac is to my right. We have a guest host to my left. It goes by Rick.
Hello.
And my name's TJ. And in this segment, we're going to talk about a little scandal that's come out here, and a little bit of an embarrassment of a situation for a Never Trumper group. And if you haven't guessed by now, it involves the Lincoln Project. The project, the Never Trump Republican group, the conservatives, the real conservatives who looked down on President Trump and his supporters because we just weren't the right kind of Republican. Okay? Yes, that group. Just a couple days ago, it became, do I say common knowledge? Because the part of the scandal was it was already common knowledge in the D.C. bubble. So maybe we say to flyover country it became common knowledge. Flyover country just kind of found out here the last couple of days that one of their co-founders, a guy by the name of John Weaver, he likes young men. And not just that he likes young men, but for physical, intimate enjoyment, he'll get you a job. Okay? He'll set you up with a job if you give him a little bit of personal one-on-one time. Okay?
Kind of like Kamala Harris and the mayor of San Francisco.
Yeah, you know what? Oh, yeah. That's a very good comparison because I bet you that's exactly what was going on. All right, and this is the same guy who in 2000 and 2008 was on the McCain campaigns.
Yeah.
And then in 2016 was on the Kasich campaign. Okay? I guess those were the right kind of Republicans.
Yeah.
In any event, the reason why I say, flyover country came to have common knowledge of it is because part of the scandal was a whole lot of people in Washington already knew what this guy was doing. They just never said anything about it.
Harvey Weinstein, look the other. Everybody in Hollywood knew what this guy was doing, and they still palled around with him.
And I'm going to stop at this point to throw in a tidbit I heard on Rush Limbaugh. Slightly off topic, but goes to this point of the whole D.C. bubble. Rush Limbaugh months ago made the comment, how is it that these conservative people that we believe are staunch conservatives, they get into certain positions and offices and positions of power, and then all of a sudden don't produce? Why is that? It was Rush Limbaugh's theory back then that there was dirt on them, and the D.C. Democrats knew it and used it as a means of, I'm going to say, blackmail, not necessarily a financial blackmailing of sorts, but we'll call it political blackmail of sorts.
J. Edgar Hoover was the master of that.
And you know what? As I was beginning to read this report here, I couldn't help but think of Rush Limbaugh saying, "Folks, part of the reason is the Democrats got the dirt on these people that, in other words, we think of them as fine, upstanding conservatives." When in fact, and everyone has their skeletons in their closet, okay? Everyone has the time in their life when embarrassment, if it becomes known, everyone's got their little whatevers. But the Democrats know these and are the masters of using it to basically circumvent what we're trying to achieve there in D.C., okay? There was this investigative reporter. Let me make sure I got his name here somewhere. Doggone it. We may have to edit this out. I got it here. Oh, okay, you're going to edit this out, right? All right. A man by the name of Ron Girdusky, Girdusky, Ryan. You know how he found out about this? Because he didn't know. He was on Twitter. And John Weaver starts following him on Twitter. Okay. And he doesn't know the guy. And then other guys who were seeing you know, you know more about Twitter than I do, but I guess you figure out pretty easily who's following who on Twitter.
Yeah.
Okay.
You
All
get
right.
notified.
Well, guess what? A whole lot of guys started to come to Ryan saying, "Hey, watch out for this guy," you know, because they had at some level or another involvement with John Weaver, and who knows the extent of, because I'm sure each person's involvement was different, but the point of it is Ryan's getting told by these people through Twitter, watch out for this Weaver guy. And that's when Ryan starts saying, what's going on here? Okay. I guess over a 5-year span, he was intimate with perhaps as many as 100 young men. Wow. And
you know, that's his business up until he's using them with the quid pro quo on sex for the job.
Yeah.
That's where we part company. If he wants to have young men, well, that's not my thing. That's his business.
Exactly. Do what you want.
Where it all busted loose was when the Times reported that he had perhaps relations. We don't, you know what, with an underage teen. Okay, and as to what exactly happened, I don't know. But that was the rumor that, as the saying goes, the dam burst.
I heard it was a 14-year-old.
Okay,
which makes it a crime.
Yeah,
but the thing of it is, up until that point, it was snickered about.
Mm-hmm.
But then with the involvement of the 14-year-old, well, we're beyond snickering about it now.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's wrong.
And what Ryan was reporting was many well-known never-Trumpers, and he didn't give names, but I got a couple names I'm going to wonder about. But quite a few never-Trumpers, because of the rumor on John Weaver, said to the Lincoln Project, no, I can't join your group. I want to, but because of John Weaver, I cannot join the Lincoln Project. By the way, they say Karl Rove knew about it too.
I never thought much of Karl Rove.
Well, and neither did I, but now I really don't after reading this news report.
Right.
One of the names I'm going to speculate on, okay? And I stress this as just speculation. I don't think Mitt Romney ever joined the Lincoln Project. I got to wonder if Mitt Romney knew about this. Because I always wondered why more never-Trumpers didn't. I wondered this up until I read this report. I wondered why more never-Trumpers didn't join the Lincoln Project.
Yeah.
Guess what? I think I got my answer.
Maybe we should call out Bill Kristol for hanging out with these types.
Yeah, you know what? I'm not so sure he officially joined either. So I guess what I'm saying is, you know, and these are the people who are going to pass judgment on us, the Trump supporters.
Exactly.
That is the bitter pill.
Going back to what I said about Harvey Weinstein, he's there with Oprah. He's there with Bill Clinton and Hillary Clinton. He's there with this person or that person. And then, he's a terrible guy. You know?
And basically, what the report says, or what Ryan reports, is when Axios broke the story, it's just, you know, now there is no holding it back. Now even us lowly flyover folk are going to hear about this one. Yeah. Part of the scandal involves how the Lincoln Project feigned ignorance. They didn't know John Weaver was like this, and Ryan's reporting says that's a lie. That's a lie.
Here's the thing about this. To be fair, I think I'm not a guilt by association guy. If Rick and I find out that you've been doing something you shouldn't, I don't think there's guilt on us.
No.
But then again, if we know and we're fine with continuing our association with you when you're doing things that you should not, then maybe we are guilty.
Well, it's reported that virtually everyone in D.C. knew what was going on, and you know what? I'm going on Ryan's reporting here, so if Ryan's wrong, then I'm wrong. But I'm going right now. I'm gonna, you know what? Right now, it hasn't been disproven what he's saying. I'll tell you that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, said the
Right,
other way.
right now, nothing that Ryan's reported has been disproven. Okay, and this came out 3 or 4 days ago at the time of this shooting. So, our videotaping. So, anyways, Lincoln Project wanted to play dumb. They would lecture us on proper decorum. The spin to this whole thing is sickening.
It is.
All right.
They make me sick in every regard.
I mean, I had next to no use for this group to begin with, and then you hear this, and like, who do you think you are?
Well, these people would rather have had a Marxist in Bernie Sanders than Trump.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So that just, there's no conservatism in Bernie Sanders at all.
At all.
So I don't think they're in any place to judge me for any reason.
All right. Any final thoughts before we do a wrap up here? Anything?
Nothing for me.
Anything?
Yeah, nothing in particular.
All right, everyone. Thanks a lot. And as we like to say here at the Michigan Conservative Roundtable, be safe, watch your six, and don't tread on me. Yeah, the whole thing